Hey everyone. In this video, I wanted to go over questions Georgians will probably ask you when first meeting you. I thought this would be really helpful because based on my own experience as well as experience of others, these are questions that have come up probably hundreds of times, maybe more. So if you can get familiar with these questions and know how to answer them, then you'll have a good base on just basic conversation. All right, so the first question is, I think I've covered this in another video, but it's saidan khar. Saidan khar, which is where are you from? And note with saidan is like from, khar is you, and there could be a T in there, khart, which is the plural form of you, um, and that is could be just the person making it more polite. So that's a more polite way of saying like where are you from? Um, so the first answer you could say I'm from America. You could say amerik'idan var. Amerik'idan var. America in Georgian is Amerika, but note here that there's a little change in the letter because when you add this ending, dan, which means from, it becomes amerik'idan, so that E instead of an A. If you want to say I'm from the state of Arizona, for instance, you could say arizonis sht'at'idan var. Arizonis sht'at'idan var. So Arizona, I think, would probably be Arizona, but again, in this case, it changes from Arizona to Arizonis. It's a possessive form. I'll just make some of those notes for people a little bit more interested in grammar and thinking about going a little bit more advanced, because one of the big frustrations I had early on was seeing very similar words and seeing them change a little bit, and I'm like, what is going on here? So hopefully that's helpful. The second question is sadauri khart. Sadauri khart, or what nationality are you? So the first question is kind of more like physical location, saidan khart, whereas this next one is nationality, or could even be like ethnicity, I think. Um, so for example, um, the answer you could give, the first one would be I'm an American. So you'd say amerikeli var. Amerikeli var. So this eli ending is usually marks like American, or for example, for a Georgian, they would say sakartveli. That eli ending is like nationality or maybe even ethnicity. Not exactly sure, but I'll explain that in a second. The second answer I often give is davibade da gavizarde amerikashi. Davibade da gavizarde amerikashi, which means I was born and raised in America. Davibade is I was born. Da is and. Gavizarde is I was raised or I grew up. And amerikashi in America. Um, the third answer that I usually give is usually ts'armoshobit iap'oneli var. Ts'armoshobit iap'oneli var. And that's by ancestry. Ts'armoshoba. Ts'armoshoba is like ancestry. Um, and iap'oneli, Japanese, var, I am. And the reason why I put that in there is because if you don't look white, some Georgians just kind of based on their limited interaction with Americans or just what they see on TV, they don't realize how multicultural America can be. So you might have to they may ask you like, "Oh, you're American, but like where maybe is your ancestors from?" So for me, I have to say like, "Oh, I'm an American citizen, but I my ancestors are from Japan." All right, third question. Ramdeni ts'lis khat. Ramdeni ts'lis khart. So how old are you? So for example, if you maybe are 27, you could say otsdashvidi ts'lis var. Otsdashvidi ts'lis var. I'll probably go over numbers in maybe another video, or you could probably there may be another video on YouTube that explains numbers. Fourth question. Kmari, tsoli, shvilebi. So in this case, again, you could say, or they may ask you gavs, which means like you in the singular, or they might be very polite and they may say gavt with a T at the end. Kmari is a husband. So the question is, do you have a husband, a wife, or children? So kmari is husband, tsoli is wife, and shvilebi is children. So you may have heard another word for have. For example, I have, which is maux, but that have is for inanimate. So in this case, because it's a living person, like for example, if you say ki kmari mqavs, ki kmari mqavs, which means I have a husband. So you'd use this form of I have, which is dealing with animate objects. Or maybe you could say ara, tsoli ar mqavs. Ara. Tsoli ar mqavs, which means I don't have a wife. The fifth question, so this one is, are you married? And this one is just for women. This is a word particularly used for women, not for men. The question is, gatkhovili khart? Gatkhovili khart? So, like, are you married? So you could say ki, which means yes, or ara, which means no. Sixth question, rogor mogts'ons sakartvelo. Rogor mogts'ons sakartvelo. So how do you like Georgia? Again, this one, this is the singular or casual form. Mogts'ont is the plural, and that is the formal. So you could answer with dzalian momtsons, lamazi kvek. Dzalian momtsons, lamazi kvek. So here, dzalian is very, momtsons I like, so I really like it. Lamazi is beautiful. Kvek is country, so it's a beautiful country. And this a at the end is just a short form of aris, or is. So it's just kind of a shortened way of saying it is. And to the last question, sht'at'idan kartveli. Sht'at'idan kartveli. So again here, singular is isavle, and then with the T, isavlet is the plural formal. So where did you learn Georgian? So you could say YouTube'ze vuqureb videoebs. YouTube'ze vuqureb videoebs. So on YouTube I watch videos. Or you could say masavlebeli mqavs. Masavlebeli mqavs. So again, this is the I have form of using animate objects. Alright, so that is the end of the video. Hopefully it was helpful. Again, I think these are such common questions that if you get familiar with these, you're on your way to having a basic conversation with Georgians. Alright, good luck and davibade.